I found this on somebody giving criticism on Black Veil. Let's see, it's mostly about Andy, because hence the headline. Let's go through it, shall we? I have a feeling that this particular person I've dealt with when I was on my Tumblr blog. We kept getting a lot of anti-Andy stuff. And it was they were pretty diabolical, to be honest. It was ironic because it was right around the time that Lonnie had joined and they got rid of Ashley. It was clear as day to everybody. Well, mostly me and the other girl that was on there. Like, they were just anti-Andy because they're pissed off about the Ashley thing, which it is what it is. You can't make everybody happy. There was other people that hated Jake for the longest. Now it's Andy, but still. And there's still people that probably feel that way. Anyways, let's look at some of this shit. Andy being the weakest link to the band. He's not that great of a lyricist. Okay. He's the one that makes the majority of the creative and marketing decisions for the band. Okay, so for the weakest link, I kind of want to say it might be true, and that's largely because of Juliet. Juliet, he's allowed to let her fuck things up for them for the longest. I do feel like that could be a fair statement, because, you know, you post Juliet, you post Josh Schultz, you do, and they're not helping you in any way, shape, or form. They're actually fucking making people leave the fandom. I would agree with that. It's probably the one criticism that I would have and agree with. She is your biggest fucking problem. But I bet you this motherfucker does not mention that. I haven't even read it all. I'm just throwing it in there. But then again, you got this one right here, which I was like, oh, I was waiting on the Ronnie Radke hate. Because that's where a lot of the other Andy hate comes from, is being pissed off that Andy didn't give in to fans, talking about, oh, we can't be friends and tour with Ronnie Radke. Should have known that was coming, because it's right here. When accepting the tour with Ronnie Radke, falling in reverse. Should have known that was going to come up. It usually does. When someone hates on Andy, it has to do with Ronnie. Parasocial relationships. Okay. I, being the page that I am, I see it a lot. I get a lot of messages. And I hate to break it to you, if you're going to leave a fan base or dislike a fan base because of that, then don't be in any part of fan bases, because it's everywhere.